Dear ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you a question, what makes a successful person? First, good education. Strong hard skills. Second, money-related results, like if you made a fortune. Or social capital. Your network, as you call it. What would you choose? Could you vote with your fingers, please? I just want to see the statistics. So, education, money, network. Everybody votes. I want to see everyone. Education, money, network. What do you think? 5. I don't have 5 version. Well, very interesting. I had this vote in Astana. I had this vote in Moscow. Now it is in Dubai. So number 3 is winning. Okay. Well, if you ask me, I'm definitely going to be number 3. When you have a strong network, you feel you belong. I understood that when I was 5. I decided to invite my girlfriends to my granny's apartment. And it didn't occur to me that that meant running away from the kindergarten, where we were staying without parents. So we sneaked away secretly, crossed an 8-lane street, and found ourselves at the doorstep of my granny. She was shocked, but she didn't scold me. She said, I know, honey, you want to be with your friends, but probably the director of the kindergarten is a little bit nervous, so let's go back. Okay, we came back, parents crying, director shocked. Why did you go? One mom was shouting. How could you do that? You can't leave kindergarten. I wanted to be with them. I don't know if you can call it networking or maybe rebellious spirit, but since then I heard this phrase really often. I want to be part of this. I want to be with you on that project. Well, have you ever used your networking to reach your goals? Have you? Raise your hands if you've ever used your network, instead of, for example, marketing, like Kate said. Exactly. According to Eric Ries's theory, Lean Startup, actually, this is the way you develop your business. Instead of investing tons of money into attracting your first customers, you'd rather go to your network and ask them first, are you ready to buy my product? If they say yes, at least some of them, then you carry on. If they say no, you fail fast. You don't waste your time and money into developing something that your network didn't like. 15 years ago, my partner and I founded a school. No marketing. We simply didn't know how to do that because we are linguists. Only network. 50 people in a room without window. Okay? Not like now. It was a very, very creepy room, I have to say. But now it is a global school with partners, students, teachers all around the world. And it started from network. Well, easy to say, use your network. You may wonder how to do it, how to build your network, first of all. Yep. As you remember from my story, originally I thought that networking is about leadership. It's like you are a strong leader, you tell people where to go, and they follow you. But no, the more my business was expanding, the more I understood that this is not how things work. And at a certain point, I started to lack skills. So I signed up for an MBA program, and 2 full days were devoted to networking by an international trainer. Okay, I paid a lot for this MBA program, and so networking for me was, of course, what? Looking for clients, obviously. So we started to network, and my trainer just said, Kate, can you come here, please? Kate, you have dollar signs in your eyes. It's impossible to talk to you. Kate. I'm like, of course, I'm an entrepreneur. Kate, you are a bad entrepreneur because you can't sell at the first meeting. I said, why? He said, because that's not how things work. Networking is about making connections. I say, I have to pay off my program. He says, Kate, one more time, just don't sell now. keep these people in your network. And I was like, will they buy from me later? He says, I can't guarantee you that, but they will not definitely buy from you anything if you keep pushing like this right now at MBA. I was a little bit upset, but I decided to try. So after crying for 2 days that I will not recoup my program, I thought, okay, let's try to organize such networking within my school. Maybe it's really working. As a teacher, why don't I just see how it's working when other people being disappointed at not selling everything, immediately? So first we did it in Moscow within our school, then already within a big city. Then we started doing that in other cities, then in other countries. Every conference that we hold goes together with networking. And yeah, people started to socialize. People started to build bridges. People started even to date. By the way, be careful to date. So some got married, absolutely. And I could see how these principles were working. What are these? First of all, it is really this approach. The approach of giving, the giving mentality that is coming first. Not the taking one, like what can I get from there? But the giving one, what can I give? Number two, of course, it's creative and nice self-presentation. Because it's very difficult to improvise on that. You need to be prepared, especially if it's not your language. You have to know what you will say when a new person approaches you and asks you, hi, what's your name? What are you doing? Yeah? If you don't have a great self-presentation, it's very difficult for you to network. That's true. And number three, and this is actually what we're going to be doing with you today. Before any networking session, you need to prepare minimum 2 things you are ready to share. And by sharing, I don't mean selling English classes, for example, but really sharing something for free, something from your expertise, something from your knowledge. Well, I tried it so many times when suddenly life, 1 year ago, decided to check me. I had to relocate to another country, like absolutely unexpectedly, and I lost all my existing network that I had in Russia. Well, I moved to Kazakhstan, where I knew not a single person. I actually had never been there, and I imagined Astana as a frozen city somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Actually, it appeared to be a small Dubai, I would say. Has anybody been to Astana? It's amazing. But when I entered there, I felt totally lonely. And I thought, okay, what do I do? My inner voice asked me, don't you know how to network, Kate? Okay, I do know. Let's start. So I really started to appoint meetings, 32 meetings. Only 4 people came. Poor statistics, you say. Okay, but these people are my friends now. So what's wrong with being canceled if you are being accepted by some of them, right? I started to network so vigorously, attended all possible events that were held in Astana. Not so many of them, by the way, we have a lot of job to do. But anyway, one of these events gave me an opportunity to meet amazing professor of Nazarbayev University, who just after the very first talk, where I wasn't selling, as I was taught, told me, Kate, I love your energy. Do you want to join our business school and create events for entrepreneurs in Kazakhstan? First month in the country, I'm offered a job. Not bad, you may say, yeah? Well, it does look like a success story. And well, it is an amazing thing. But I want to share with you just one more tiny little thing that is not written in business books. And that wasn't taught when I was taking the course by my international trainer. The art of giving is so strong that at a certain point, you can't stop, Like if you start networking professionally really a lot, at a certain point, you feel that you can't sell anymore. My team was knocking at my door, somewhere here. Kate, where are the leads? You are networking all the time. Where are our clients for English? I'm like, no selling, just giving. My family was like, Mommy, what are you doing? I'm preparing a new presentation for my entrepreneurs club. And I was so absorbed by this activity that at a certain point, I couldn't even talk. I went first time in my life on Vipassana. 5-day silence retreat. I couldn't talk because I was networking from day till night, helping others to meet each other. No money, no honey, yeah? Just networking. After this Vipassana, I just realized one thing, that I actually want to be added in business books. Number 4 is the art of receiving. The art of receiving is as strong as giving. It's like a phone. Do you have your phones? Do you need them? What if they are without charge? Can you use them if their battery is low? No. So I was that phone. And I realized that giving and receiving, these two skills must be trained at the same time. And when you are actually training how to receive, that's fine. It's not taking, it's receiving. Tiny little difference in English, yeah? Not kind of grabbing it, but just being open what you want from this network. And when you prepare this, you can benefit and you can feel happy and balanced. So my final message is that let the world be in balance. Let's not give of ourselves everything. Let's be always open to receive and benefit from our network. Thank you.